Hello everyone and welcome. This is going to be the first round of the Nations Cup at Suzuka in Group 4 machinery. Now, I did qualify in first position for this race, but we are going to see how we go. I'm going to be doing a lot of the races today and see how we go. Now, I haven't done many races and I am looking forward to try and move my way through the classes. I am in Group 2 or the Gt2 series, but I'm trying to make my way up the ladder here. But this person next to me right now is actually quite fast, but he does have a bit of a penalty at the moment, and we're going side by side in this corner, but I think he does give me a bit of a tap. I do go out a bit wide here, but he does have the penalty, so I'm letting him go, and we'll just try and fight back for that position a bit later on. Now, coming up to the place where he's actually taking the penalty, and as you can see, I have lost a bit of time on him, so I don't think I want to catch him through that penalty zone. And if you can see on the bottom of the screen, my brake is actually stuck on, so third place was actually able to overtake me quite quickly, and yeah, I was not happy about that, but I'm having some issues with my racing rig at the moment, so that's why that's happened. But we'll just do a bit of a fast forward through this section, and it is still some close racing that I'm doing over here. I am still pulling purple through this sector. I did seem to be quite fast through that first sector of this race, and you will see that through a lot of the races that I do in this series. So. Well, in this round I should say. Now, I do have a bit of a bump with that guy. I didn't mean to make a move on him, but he did sort of pull to the side, and I did give him a bit of a tap, but I did end up slowing up for him. So we'll just fast forward here to where I am overtaking him cleanly, properly this time. Didn't mean to actually do that last one, and I think that's a nice clean maneuver on this occasion. And as you can see, we are catching back up to first place here, so we're going to see we're in for a bit of a fight. And oh, he gives me a bit of a tap. Now, I am going to rewind that and just show you that again, because I do think that was a bit of a tap on his part. You can just see there, he's just sort of on his view. Personally, I think he steered into me, but you know, let's leave that in the comments and leave that up to you. So see how you go with that one, but we'll just skip fast forward. And again, third place is overtaking me here. I am giving him space though on the inside, so let him just pass, and we'll see if we can get that position back towards the later of the race. But you know, we are at lap 9 now, so it's not going to be much time left to actually accomplish that. But yep, I do get a good run through this back section, and I am catching up to him. So, but on the last lap, didn't end up making up that place. So I think it will be a third place finish for myself. Yep, it is. I'm just coming around the last corner here now, and that's the third place for the first race. Now, in the second race, we'll see how it goes. It's a bit more interesting because I am going to be starting from the back of the pack this time. I had a really, really bad qualifying in this one, so I think I didn't even get a qualifying time posted in the end. Too many penalties and issues with other people in the race qualifying session, and yeah, didn't end up getting a good qualifying. So this one I am starting from the back of the pack, so I'm just going to try and stay out of trouble in a lot of the first few corners through this S's. Just going to stay, but they are starting to get a bit bumpy all over the place, and do get a good run on someone through. As I said, I was quite quick through this first section, so I do get quite a good run on, I think it's Pete here in the McLaren, and I am side by side with him by the time we get into the Degners. So now there is a slight tap I do give on Pete, but he doesn't really go off the track, so I didn't end up slowing down for that particular occasion. And as you're going to see a bit fast forward, it doesn't really make much difference because he ends up getting back past me anyway. So as you can see, we go into this section here, I end up giving the Alpha a bit of a tap in front of me, and didn't mean to do that. Pete ends up giving me a tap, and he goes past. He gets also ends up getting a 2-second penalty for his travel on that one. I didn't really think that was fair, but anyway, he did get the 2-second penalty. So at this point I was probably going to even let him go and burn off the penalty and stay behind him anyway, but he does go quite wide through this section here, so I'm just, and as you can see, someone else is going a bit wide there too, but he does go quite wide, and I end up getting that position right there. So I'm catching up to 10th place now, and going, yep, right in the slipstream here. No way I'm going to try and make a move through 130R, because I am catching up quite quickly, but I do back off, and trust me, I don't touch him at all through that section, but he does go off all by himself, and I end up getting the place anyway. So now we're back in the hunt for that Alfa Romeo that was in front of me before, and I'm pretty sure he's picked up a penalty through the Casio triangle there, so we'll just skip forward a bit here and we'll see where we're actually getting close. So yep, we've caught back up to him, and as you can see, I am quite fast through that section again. Someone's gone a bit slow through that section, and I end up doing a Moses maneuver and going through the two of them at once into Degner 1, and yep, I was quite proud of that maneuver. I don't know how it happened, but it ended up happening anyway. So we'll skip forward again, and we're catching up to 7th place here, and I believe someone has gone off. Yep, that was Whoop-Ass, who was actually the pole sitter of the race. He ends up going for a bit of a spin. Now he's tumbling down the order, unfortunately for him, so I'm not sure if he'll make up some places, but we'll see him later on. Now Speedy Kiwi at the moment is probably the running in first, and he is going quite fast. He's pulled the fastest lap of the race at the moment, and as you can see, I've got a penalty in, but I'm still doing some purple sectors here, so I am still quite racy at the moment and feeling quite fast. I think I can catch them. As you can see at the top of the screen there was first place and the rest of the pack just following behind, so I am starting to catch up here. Now Boone Jr. has actually gone off all by himself there, and I've managed to pick up 6th place here, so into 6th place. We're in the hunt for 5th. Now we'll skip forward again, and where you can see 5th place is just ahead of me here, but wait a second, there's a yellow flag, and I think that's Speedy Kiwi who's gone tumbling down the order again. So Speedy Kiwi, who was in first for most of this race, has now unfortunately gone down the order. Now I am still pulling a lot of purple sectors here, so still quite fast through a lot of this track. They do seem to be fighting in front of me, and I think I'm still quite catching them. I do have a chance for a podium even. I'm looking forward to that. It did start in last place. I'm not sure if I'll ever get that, but you know, for a last to first, this might actually happen. We'll give it a go. This is, you know, pretty interesting race. And someone else has gone wide a bit here, so I think I might have another position coming up. Yep, they've just gone a bit wide. I do give them a little bit of a tap, but they were just coming onto the back onto the track, so I think that's okay. And they've got a bit of a penalty anyway, so they're really not going to catch me. And now I'm in 4th place, still pulling purple sectors and in the hunt for the podium. So yep, coming through here, going through 130R quite nicely, into the braking section of the Casio triangle, and back onto the main straight, and I'm pretty sure lap 7 was the fastest lap of the race for me, so we're just going to see that in a second. Yep, that's a 2:11.6. Now I just pulled the fastest lap by about 1/10 of a second on Speedy Kiwi there. Fastest lap's still a fastest lap, I'm sorry, but you know, I'm thankful for that one. So into 4th place, let's see if we can get into that podium, and they definitely are fighting up there. I think I'm about 1.8 seconds behind the leader at the moment, so I've caught up quite a good gap at the moment. So still a bit of racing to go with 3 laps to go. I'm lap 8 here, and coming into Spoon, I think we've got a bit more action coming up, because I think 2nd place is going a bit wide here. 3rd place has not got a good run, and I'm definitely going to get a good run on the 3rd place. He got a bit wiggly there, and I'm catching up and into the slipstream of 3rd place there. So this is going to be a fight down the back straight, but there's no way I'm going to make it a move into 130R, because that's just crazy. So I back off into 130R and just like follow him through. I do go a bit wide because of the probably lack of downforce on that one. First place has gone a bit wide there, and we all sort of pull into the braking zone. Second place has made a bit of a mistake and he's pulled into third. I'm probably going to have a good run on third place as well, so it might be a fight down the drag race down the main straight, and yep, I think I'm side by side with him right now, and let's see if we can take this place. I think that's going to happen. It's going to be close though. I was watching the radar on this, so just so you know, before I cut him off, I did do a bit of a late braking maneuver, but I was watching the radar, so I did know I was going to have enough space to actually pull in front of him there. Now we'll just skip forward a bit, and now I'm on the podium and looking for a first place. Like, I'd love to get a top step. Last to first challenge has always been something that I've been looking for, but I don't think I've ever pulled one off, and frankly I don't think I will this time either, but you know, we'll see how we go. I'm still very, very fast through that first sector, so getting purple every time I think through that sector, which has been quite good. I've had a bit of issues through Degnas, so I'm not going to try and do anything through that Degna there, but he does get a bit of a wiggle on through Degna 2, and I am going to get up alongside of him in Degna 2, and I'm pretty sure I'm already past him. Yep, into second place there, but I think we're having a bit of an issue there, and I slide right into first place. I was going to pull over here, but I ended up sliding right out anyway, and I'll just let everyone back through. So back into 6th place now, and I think 7th place is going to pass me again, so into 7th place on the second last lap. We'll just skip forward to the last lap because I do think I might be able to get the 6th place back. I think it must be a sim racer's curse to end up in 6th place. I'm not sure if Super GT was the one to start this or not, but it does seem to be a sim racing curse for 6th place. So yep, I do end up getting back past him. There was a bit of a tap there, but I honestly think that was a bit fair because frankly I was already alongside him. You might want to go back on the video just to see, but I was alongside him. Now the next race I do end up starting in the middle of the pack. I think I ended up starting in 10th. I got a good run on the person in front of me because I'm not sure what happened with him, but yeah, definitely got a good run of him, but I'm still trying to stay out of a bit of trouble. Always best to stay on the inside in that case. But I still pick up a 1 second penalty. I'm not really sure what for. I didn't seem to be any track limits, and I didn't think I was barging anyone, but do get a bit, you know, concertina effect there sort of happens, and there's a bit of a nose to tail, but I end up going for a bit of a slide here and into the wall. I think I'm going to come back on the track in last position. So this race is probably not going to be my best race, but we'll just skip forward anyway and see how it goes. So I have caught back up to 12th position here. Another yellow flag, so I think 11th has had a bit of an off. We are catching up quite quickly, and I think I might just try and follow the Hyundai through. And yep, he's gone through on the inside. And the Bugatti has lost out a couple of places there, so I think he's probably still suffering from dirty tyres, but we'll see. Oh, he's going to try and make a move around the outside, and he's got some good speed, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to pull it off by the end of the coming into the braking section. I do still end up keeping the position, so lucky for me I kept the position in that case, but I'm not sure how long that'll happen for. I do see 11th place going a bit wide there, and I end up getting another position, so we're just gonna end up skipping forward again because I think we're gonna have to catch some more places. And yep, you can see 10th place up ahead of me now. I do seem to be catching up a little bit. 10th place has gone a bit wide there, so I think I'm going to catch 10th place. I'll probably get him on the main straight if I haven't caught him before. Oh no, I've caught him before. So we're into 10th place now. And looking at 9th, I can see 9th right in front of me there. We're going down the main straight. A bit further on, and we're coming up through the Degnas, and he's gone a bit wobbly there. So I'm still getting some purple sectors here, but another little tap. I'm not sure if there was really much in that. It was just a bit of a racing incident, I think, but I end up going off again. So this has just not been my race, and I think you'll see that later on as well, because it's just seems to be the case with this race that I'm just not going to have any luck at all. But someone else is not having any luck there, and they've gone wide, and I do get another position, and I can see 9th position again. And as you can see, I have caught up to 9th, and I am very quick through that sector, and I've caught 9th place again. So where's Williams, I believe? Yep, where's Williams has just lost 9th place, and I think 8th place is about, yep, I've just got an 8th place as well, so we're in the hunt for 7th now. So let's see what happens here. And in the hunt for 7th, just decided to take a little trip into the dirt all by myself. So as you can see, another race just failing. I'm not sure if I'm going to do any better on this race, but I am doing well down this back straight, and I am going to make that another position. I get back into 9th place on Where's Williams. I don't know how I do that. I must have some seriously dirty tyres, because I do go off again. And yep, that's just this race. So this race has been a pearler. I really did enjoy this race. There were some great liveries around, though. I did really enjoy looking at the liveries on some of the cars as I was spinning off into the dirt. So that was something to enjoy. This car in front of me was quite a remarkable livery. I did like him. I probably won't say his name because I'm not sure if they'll keep me monetised. There were a bit of a love taps there. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I did apologise to him later, but I still think that was just a bit of a racing incident. He was coming in and off the track, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. But back into 11th place here, and I'll skip forward. I'm pretty sure that's how I end up the race. Yep, coming into the Casio Triangle here. I don't think I'm going to make up any more positions in last final lap there, so 11th place will be the way I end up on this one. Anyway, let's see how the last race goes. So this is the last race I think I do, and I do get a good pole position starting, so I'm quite happy with that one. I think this is a bit of a non-eventful race, so there might be quite a bit of skipping forward though. So, but I must give a shout out to Throwtail, because we had some mighty fine racing through this. It wasn't too much action, a lot of it, but he does get past me. I will give a bit of a spoiler away. He does get past me, but I do end up winning the race in the end. Sorry about the spoiler. But yeah, it was some great racing, and honestly, this race there wasn't too much to it, so there is going to be a lot of skipping. I will say sorry. And just so you know, I am sorry about how the layout of these races were. I wasn't planning on doing any actual videos just yet, so I didn't start recording the video while actually in game, which is the reason why you don't see any of the telemetry, which is a very, very sad thing for me, but I will make sure to try and do that in my following videos, and you will be able to see the telemetry, so you can see the gap between me and second place and all that sort of stuff. But yep, as I said before, there was some really close racing with Throwtail here. He does get side by side with me, but he does have to pull in behind again. 130R is obviously not a place where anyone's going to overtake, so yeah, I am quite thankful for the clean racing that everyone I did get to race with in this series has been doing. So there were a couple of taps here and there, obviously, but you know, racing is racing. Some say rubbing is racing, but you know, we'll see how we go. As you can see, I've picked up a penalty here, and he is going to go past me, so I have still picked up some fast sectors, but yep, he's gone past me. I'm into second place here now. There will be some skipping forward, and you won't see all the mistakes that I do make, but I do apparently make a few mistakes in the next couple of laps. I might actually show a couple of them. I think the next one coming up is the main one that I actually make. And unfortunately, yep, I'm still in the slipstream here, but I will not say that the downforce had anything to do with this mistake. I just completely stuffed up, went way too deep into this corner and completely off the track. Don't know how I did that, but it happens to everyone, you know. It was later on in the day. It was one of the last races that I did, but no excuses. Anyway, is what it is. But as you can see, he's done the same thing in exactly the same place, so I've ended up getting back in front of him, and I'll just skip forward because that's pretty much the way it stays for the rest of the race. And yeah, I think it was a 3-second lead that I had by the end of the race. It wasn't much of a lead. I really can't say that I pulled away too much. It does look like there's no one behind me. As you can see on the track map, they're just coming through the Casio triangle now, so they're not too far behind me anyway. But that was my first race of the season, and I do hope you enjoyed it, and I'd like to see you some more in some of the next videos, so please like and subscribe, and we'll see how we go in the next one.